again, it's all about just being as close as you can to the centerman for now until teams start to have better setups. Right now, no team's going to have a really good setup in the NCAA. That's Teal getting beat crazily right there. So we're going to take a look at some NCAA film that somebody sent me. It's playing center. XLG season has just started. Face-off lost. Good step up there from Teal. Right, controlling it. You can work it back. Nice. Kind of put yellow in a tough spot. He was able to make something happen. Blue. Yep. I mean, there's just nothing wrong here with controlling the puck, right? You know, if the team's not going to... Yeah, nice score. If the team's not going to pressure to the perimeter, you guys have a lot of time to make something happen. So I like the confidence here with just being patient with the puck and not forcing plays. Here, you let the defenseman kind of work too far down low this way, then you kind of just work to the middle and was able to just take it right to the net. Backhand shot. How did you even roof that? Basic positioning in terms of understanding defensive zone. Here you could definitely hold the blue line, be more of a strong man right on the blue line. If this guy's gonna get it, easy poke check. You could stay in the back pedal because he's not moving with a lot of speed. You also have the guys that should be playing over the top on you. Typically wingers are going to be parked up over here, and then the center's going to have the center lane, and he's going to pretty much man mark the center. Here you could definitely apply pressure. You let him go right into the zone. That's what allowed them to have offensive zone time control. Bad pass there from the winger, though. Quick transition there for Blue. Taking it right to the net and will score, but he lost possession of the puck, and he made contact with the goalie. Now, realistically, I think that should be a goal, but it's because of him losing possession of the puck or something as he's hitting the goalie. So now, again, strong man to the point. Like, you want to try your best to man mark the center, right? If there's nobody else that takes the middle lane, usually it's going to be this guy here. Now, I understand you lost the draw. This guy's already creating separation from you. But all you got to do is pretty much angle him off here. And then when he cuts in, you just meet him. If you can, you know, anchor yourself to the blue line here, you can continue to move towards him. So when he goes in and tries to cut to the middle, you're already there. He would have to then take it outside, right? Working his way here. Then Teal can then turn his hips and take it. If he were to stop up, then that's when you would take him, right? So it just depends on, right? You guys have the numbers here. There's no way this guy should just be able to walk in and still have possession here like that. So that is a step up that should have taken place from Red, where he stays a little bit more patient high and then just take him. Either a poke check, body check, something. Get in his way. There's nobody else. Even if these guys were to get it, again, you would have defensemen there. You should have back checking support from the wingers. So you always have to, your main job is to cover through the middle. And here, this is where they're able to get offense that way. Now, this other team's not very good. They only taken one shot so far, almost through 5 minutes. They're still getting shots. They're still getting zone time, which they shouldn't. So this is where, again, your main job, we already man-marked here, right? Yellow's then going to be mainly concerning himself with there, and then you should have the center right there. So let's see how this pans out. You're going to work it to the opposite defenseman. Yellow then can step up. Then you would basically rotate and play exactly how you did there in terms of your defense. So what was the penalty? I don't even know where the slash... Oh, right there? Okay. I mean, I honestly, let's see, was it somehow behind him? Like, that kind of looked like it was fine right there. Okay, I can sort of see it. You don't necessarily need to have any action. Just knowing where you are compared to him. And then just basically, if you're in an area where you're more like in front of him, then you can stick lift. Here, there's nothing we can really watch. So coming out of the box, you might have a chance here. Nice, they actually sent it to you. This one, there's not really much that you could do. Swing it around maybe, or I guess control it, because these guys are not very good defensively. Shot on, rebound, nice. So good play there, working it back. Power play setup, you typically want to be in front of the net and then working down low if it goes, I guess, right side. You're a left-handed player. Let's see how the power play looks. Now you can work down low. Nice, you park yourself there. There's a one-timer shot. It's kind of... You or Blue could work down low, but because you're closer to green and you're ahead of Blue, it makes more sense for you to just kind of work down low there for Blue to then park up here, so you guys can keep the triangle that you guys have. So you guys are good there in terms of that. Working back to the point. Nothing wrong with taking a one-timer. The one-timers this year are very buffed for, I mean, the amount of goals I've scored with a very weak shot, but having one T on is incredible from the point. Face off win, full pressure. There it is. Shot. Rebound. Nothing wrong there. You might have been pulled into the shot there as well. Nice shot there. Looking for the rebound. Nice. So, again, good front net presence. I know this is like more micro details, but you typically want the blade of your stick to be more close to here. So depending on where he's going to take that shot, let's say you were slightly over here with your feet, your stick would have been somewhere here, like the blade would have been there. That would have been able to deflect. So because you had your body more center to the net when that shot came, your guy really couldn't deflect anything over here unless yellow aims it that way to then try to deflect just inside the right post. You see how you're kind of right there. Let's say you were more to the left. Again, this is micro details. I don't expect this to ever really come out. Even I kind of do this too when I'm not, you know, very focused on the little things that come to the game. But this is where you would want more to be slightly to the left because you're a left-handed player. You want the blade of your stick to be like right there. So then you would have deflected that in the better animation. You might have scored probably to the left side there. But because your body was there, that's the whole reason why your body blocked it. So again here, good job there. Again, as much as you can. Try to apply pressure. He's able to get by. And again, that's only why, like, this is kind of tough again because it's like you're there, but it's a matter of trying to mirror his movement. So as much as you can. Again, this is also affected by ping too. But the more skill that you have, the more you'll be able to follow somebody's movement. So if they get this puck and they go this way, it's about being able to essentially follow like wherever they go as much as you can to apply, like keeping your body in front of them. You see how right there, you go for a poke check. Now you're flat-footed. You're not following him. And that's all just kind of determined on the fact that he got that puck. Maybe it would have bounced off your foot somehow in a different scenario. But now Teal then tries. You try to get back, but then Teal's beat, Yellow's beat. I mean, that's defensemen really as well. But there's nobody else for them to cover as well. And it's like all three of you guys got beat. It's not really your fault necessarily, but as much as you can to help that, to try to be closer to the center. Again, it's all about just being as close as you can to the centerman for now until teams start to have better setups. Right now, no team's going to have a really good setup in the NCAA. That's Teal getting beat crazily right there. So even Teal, man, this is where, you know, defenseman, you can't do anything here, right? You're obviously on there, man-to-man mark, should be turning and skating. This is where they did get up to speed. He pulled it, which is something that can come out in the NCAA. I don't really know how skillful the guys really are, but this is very easily beatable if he turns and skates. He just let him go right to the net. I mean, that's a power move right to the net, and that's what that LT pivot is allowing you to do. That's why staying in a back pedal, even as like, you know, especially a defenseman, really doesn't make sense. But winning it right back again. Let's see what Teal does. Now he kind of nice. So now you're able to support him there. So that's where your presence from the top down through the middle is so important. So here, the only thing Teal has to technically do is keep him as much as he can to the outside. So following his movements there. When he did a little spinorama pull up, that's where your support, as long as you're not covering anybody, this guy's out of the frame. You've got this guy that should be yellow. So then you have essentially it's a 2-on-1 versus the puck carrier. So the defenseman doesn't have to play 1-on-1 fully to this guy. As long as he keeps him to the perimeter, shadows him to stop him from being able to just drive around, which is on the previous play he did not do, but this time he was able to do. But now it's a pull-up. So that's fine. Teal, it's not a problem for Teal. Now this is the green light for you to go in for this hit, poke check, whatever. You were able to put your body there to stop that, which is very good. So very good defense there. The puck still goes to him. That's where you just want to try to stay within the play as best you can, not to try to like assume that you have the puck and then immediately try to go back the other way. So that's kind of the only thing there. You always want to make sure that you secure the puck fully before you try to send it up to one of your wingers quickly for or for yourself to try to move in. So these situations, again, it just depends on what you read. So there's nobody in front. What you see here, obviously these guys are content on covering that. There's nothing that you as a center has to even worry about. It's just a matter of where are these three guys down low. The fence is going to have that. I would say Teal should have this. So this is where you're playing, I guess, it's kind of tough because it's like, okay, you could potentially take the guy in the middle, which is the centerman, but you have to understand like your positioning in relation to your teammates and then the opposition. So here, Teal's already in the lane here. There's no reason for Teal to have to play the puck here while then you switch and try to cover that. Teal's already there, right? So he goes for the hit, but technically you could have already pressed the action. I think he went for this hit because you were more stocked up here, which is fine, right? There's not an issue with being conservative, I guess. But again, in terms of like cutting down on the time, is if you read that Teal's sort of delaying. Oh, here we go. Goal right. She could have been a goal. Now that comes from losing possession of the puck. Now that is just straight Teal. Teal's got to be strong here through the middle. What in the hell is he doing? I'd say Teal is honestly a cancer on this team in terms of defense a little bit. He's doing way too wild. I don't know. I haven't seen too much from Yellow. He's not necessarily making plays, but he did turn the puck over that last play. So it doesn't seem like they're challenging the right side of the ice too much for Yellow to even like really stand out. And then Teal takes a penalty. How the hell did he take the penalty? Did he trip the guy? Oh wait, no. He went for a poke check. Oh, cross check. Tripping? Where was the trip? I thought he body checked there. Oh, that? Okay, yeah, never mind. He held his stick out. You should never hold your stick out, ever. Especially when you're at a standstill. It makes absolutely no sense. Because you have just... If the guy's foot collides... If the guy's skate collides with the freaking blade... Like, it's a guaranteed trip. So that's why you don't hold the stick out while you're in a back pedal. Like, trying to stay square. Or, like, at a... standstill. You don't ever want to do that. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys want to send me gameplay, first link down below, community Discord. There's a clips and vids channel, link to the VOD, the timestamp, the position you're playing, and I'll look to see when I can get around for that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.